Batwoman number 2, written by J.H. Williams III and W. Hayden Blackman, art also by J.H. Williams III. Last left off, Batwoman had just turned down her father in getting back into her mission with him, I don't know, and then Batman showed up and had an offer for Batwoman. This issue opens up with a fight scene in a casino. I think they're all villains because they're all wearing domino masks, but I gotta tell you, I don't know who they are, what they did, or anything like that, and we don't get an explanation, so it's just a casino fight. Batwoman and Pleb are both arguing with each other, and basically Pleb's like, dude, Batman offered you to be in Batman Inc. You should take that. And she's like, I don't know, it seems kind of dumb. That doesn't really seem like me. Also, taking orders from Batman, that seems weird. So, yeah, no. And then she's like, well, all right, well, your father's going to keep calling you. And Batwoman just tells Pleb straight up, like, look, you either got to choose between my dad or me, because that ship's going to sail way sooner than you think. They took out all the guys, by the way. I feel like that's pretty obvious. Cut to the park where some of the abductions have been happening throughout the story. And Detective Maggie Sawyer is there. And a big Jeep drives up, and out gets DEO whatever Chase, who basically just wants to talk to Maggie Sawyer. And she's like, hey, hi, I'm not here for all of this abduction stuff. I really want Batwoman. And also, you're pretty much one of the very few people that I think could be Batwoman based off of, you're inside the police force, so you have an inside track. You're very athletic. You just recently came to Gotham pretty much at the same time she did. So I think you're Batwoman. But if you have any reason to make me not think that, here's my card. And Sawyer's like, okay, that was weird. Cut to a church where they're having a funeral for, I assume, one of the abducted girls. Little boy is helping one of the nuns put stuff away afterwards, and the baptism altar starts leaking, and the weeping woman, La Llorona, comes out and either kidnaps or drowns the boy. It's not entirely clear right up front. Cut to a bar. Batwoman is on a date with Maggie Sawyer, and she's just staring at the card that Chase gave her, and they just get into a talk, and she's like, look, how about instead of our first date, let's pretend this is like our 10th date, and that way you can unload on me whatever's on your mind. So they start talking, and, they're flirting like crazy. And then she brings up that, like, oh, they think I know Batwoman. She's like, oh, do you? He's like, I mean, no, but she's interfering with my case, so I would have brought her in myself. And she's like, oh, you mean the case about the abducted children? At that point, Sawyer gets a little bit cold, and was like, let's get out of here. So they go back to Sawyer's place, and Sawyer invites Batwoman up. I need to use her name. Kate invites Kate up, and Kate's like, I'd love to, but, got some stuff to do, but really did have a fun time. Let's go out again. So then, of course, Sawyer gets a buzz, and Kate goes all Batwoman. Okay, this sequence. We go to, like, a park or something, some outdoors area, and a bunch of what I can only say are mythical creatures are dead in this gang war with some random gang that we don't actually know who it is. And I say mythical creatures because they are actually like genetically changed werebeasts. So the one they show on the page here is like there's a crab man and there's a minotaur. And this is just normal for Gotham apparently. But they get in this fight with this gang, and they recognize that there's a hand present that doesn't belong to any of the victims they have here. So Chase is there, and she asks Maggie, like, hey, what do you think happened? And she walks through the whole setup of how, like, there was this gang war. The gang was coming after these guys. They were ambushed by the Werebeast gang. But then the first gang had a meta on their side that just tore apart the Werebeast, and whoever this hand belonged to was taken, like, because they were the original target. And Chase is like, yeah, all right, seems that's how we see it too. And Kate's like, good job, did great. So then we have Batwoman meeting up with Batman, and basically it's like, oh, I haven't decided yet. I might join. hold your horses. I just need some information on who Chase is. And Batman's like, okay, Chase is, she's fueled not by a sense of duty against costume heroes. She really hates us. And she will literally interrogate every woman in Gotham to find you. So just stay on the lookout there. So then Batwoman infiltrates the GCPD and finds some clues as to where the La Llorona may have started, which was a boathouse. Maggie Sawyer sees her breaking into evidence lockers and calls up Chase and was like, hey, I know where she's going. Batwoman's going to the boathouse. And then the issue ends with Batwoman arriving at the boathouse, and then I'm sure it's supposed to be La Llorona, but it just seems like the tide comes in all of a sudden, because the last page is just her struggling to stay up in the water. But the panel right beforehand is her just knee high in water, and then just so I don't know. Not so much of a cliffhanger as much as it just feels like, okay, and on the next page, yeah, it just continues. So anyway, it's a fine issue. I cannot express how well panel layouts and art is done. The scene where she's laying down what happened in the crime scene, super well told, because it's just one panel, but it's broken up into multiple different sections. Very well done. The art's fantastic. I am down with the writing, because there's multiple sides going against each other here. It's a very well thought out story. I don't think the Weeping Woman thing is actually going to be all that important, really. It seems to me like the central focus is all right, let's deal with Batwoman, which I'm fine with in a first arc. That's definitely something I'm good with, making the book about the character. So yeah, I'm gonna give this a 7.5. It's very good. I would definitely say check it out. It's got a good job developing the characters and everything. It just does seem like the La Llorona is just going to be a backseat sort of thing. But again, not a bad thing to do.